Megatron is in the Hall of Fame. Teddy Bridgewater could have been a Detroit Lion, and Aaron Donald, Brad Holmes swung for the fences.
It's LeGarrette Blount here, man, 3-time Super Bowl champion. I just want to give you a shout out to the YouTube channel, MicroMike, man.
Eddie Murray, former Detroit Lion. Make sure you watch MicroMike on YouTube.
Calvin Johnson Jr. here, a.k.a. Megatron. Big shout out to MicroMike and YouTube channel, man.
Keep on talking everything Detroit Lions, and I just got to remind you, man, happy wife, happy life.
What is going on, YouTube, and welcome to Detroit Lions Talk with MicroMike. We talk all things Detroit Lions, news, rumors, analysis, breakdown, and everything regarding our franchise. And in this video, we're going to be talking about how Megatron Calvin Johnson has been inducted to the Hall of Fame. Absolutely proud of him and his accomplishments. Brad Holmes swung for the fences and tried to trade for Aaron Donald, part of that Matthew Stafford trade, and the Carolina Panthers official offer to the Detroit Lions for Stafford is now shown. Let's go ahead and start with Megatron Calvin Johnson, as Megatron Calvin Johnson is inducted to the Hall of Fame for a first-time ballot Hall of Famer. Absolutely proud of Calvin Johnson and his accomplishments. A little summary here: he played in 135 games, 731 receptions, 1,619 yards, and 83 touchdowns. Calvin Johnson was drafted in 2007, the second overall pick in the draft. A lot of people didn't want a wide receiver at that time, but I loved Calvin Johnson coming out of Georgia Tech, and he did everything and more when he became a Detroit Lion, just destroying numbers immediately and became one of the biggest wideouts threats in the NFL. When Matthew Stafford came to Detroit, his numbers exploded, and he continued to dominate every game after game for the Detroit Lions, putting up insane amount of numbers. Calvin Johnson retired, and he was a wide receiver who is extremely humble, not a diva like many wide receivers out there. A great representative for the Detroit Lions, a great man on and off the field, and just a great piece for the Honolulu Blue and Silver. Now, as you know, when he retired, he had a rift with the Detroit Lions, but the new owner, Sheila Ford Hamp, looks to be ending this rift, as Calvin Johnson and the owner, Sheila, has been in talks, and it looks like things are going great. Having him in Detroit and being next to Barry Sanders as a representative of our franchise is exactly what this team needs. We love Calvin Johnson here in Detroit. We're proud of his accomplishments. I'm proud of everything that he's done, and I hope that the rift is ended here soon, and we can see him back at Ford Field showing off his greatness after being retired and being a great ambassador for the Detroit Lions. So happy that he is now in the Hall of Fame as a first-time ballot Hall of Famer. A lot of people wondered, would he be the Hall of Fame because he retired fairly early? But given his abilities on the field, it's a no doubt in my mind, very worthy, and I'm excited for him and the family. Folks, hit that like button. Let's get our voices heard. When it comes to YouTube algorithm, the more likes you get, the more chance that the video gets out. And I did a great job on my last video getting over 400 likes. Folks of Chat Sports want to see if I can replicate that success in this video, so help me get to 400. That would be amazing. Now we know what the deal was from the Carolina Panthers here as the information came out. The Carolina Panthers wanted Matthew Stafford. In return, the Detroit Lions would have gotten the 8th overall pick, a 5th round pick, and Teddy Bridgewater, reuniting Teddy Bridgewater back in the NFC North. This is an interesting trade here because, again, it looks like Brad Holmes really wanted to get a quarterback in these deals. If you look at the Denver Broncos with Drew Lock, if you look at now Carolina Panthers with Teddy Bridgewater, and obviously we got Jared Goff, the Lions wanted to get a guy to at least help the franchise going forward and not picking a quarterback here in free agency. When it comes to Teddy Bridgewater, he started with the Minnesota Vikings, he went to the New Orleans Saints, Carolina Panthers, and almost came to Detroit. When it comes to Jared Goff and Teddy Bridgewater, I still like Jared Goff over Teddy Bridgewater. So from that facet, I like the deal. And overall, I still like getting 2 first-round picks. Even though the 8th pick in the draft is very enticing, I still like the deal that we took over this current deal, even though that is a great deal. If the Rams wouldn't have offered that other first-round pick, I think we would be looking at Teddy Bridgewater in the 8th pick in the draft for the Detroit Lions. Overall, I do think it's a good trade here. But another aspect I really want to talk about is, since the Lions were looking for a quarterback here, whether it be Teddy Bridgewater, Drew Lock, and obviously Jared Goff, to me it points that Brad Holmes is not stuck on Jared Goff. He's not stuck on him. A lot of people were saying that he really wanted this guy and that's who he was going for. If that was the case, they explored other options here with other quarterbacks. So to me, with that 7th pick, it sends a message that the Detroit Lions could potentially take a quarterback there. And given the circumstances that Brad Holmes did 3D chess move here and showed the hands of the Indianapolis Colts, the Denver Broncos, the Panthers, the Patriots, maybe if there is a quarterback there and they're wanting to get more draft picks, one of these teams can move up to take a quarterback. Brad Holmes, 3D chess move, showed what other teams want, showed that also he's willing to take any quarterback, and he is really being aggressive as a general manager, and I love what he's doing here. With that said, let's go ahead and grade Brad Holmes. It's simple. A, B, C, D, or F. Do plus and minuses. That's okay, but I want to hear from the subscribers. What grade do you give Brad Holmes so far as taking over from general manager? To me, he's got some high marks here. He's got an A+ in my opinion. With the lack of time that he's had and the big-time moves that he has done, I absolutely love it. Brad Holmes is a great addition to the Detroit Lions, but I'm just one person, and I want to hear from the fan base. So go to the pinned comment, grade him, and let me know. Now I'm just curious to see what the other teams' packages come out with, because I know the Denver Broncos were involved, obviously the Chicago Bears, some other teams. Were the exact packages coming out? Look, Drew Lock, to me, that would have been a no trade for sure. I don't like that guy. What were the Chicago Bears are going to offer? Because we all know it looks like Chicago Bears may have a new quarterback here from the Philadelphia Eagles in Carson Wentz. What are they going to shove out there to get that quarterback? Are they going to be aggressive like the Rams were with the Detroit Lions? Or are they going to give up even much more? Who knows, but all this stuff is fun, and to getting to know the packages that other teams were offering and seeing the dominoes take place. I know that the deal was done and the speculation is just speculation, but it's also fun to kind of see how the operations work of front offices different from one front office to the other. If you look at Brad Holmes compared to what we've had in years past, it's magnificently different in a great positive manner, and I'm curious to see what other front offices will do simply just to get a quarterback and acquiring the talent for their teams. Brad Holmes tried to swing for the fences here and acquire Defensive Player of the Year Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald, a great player for the Los Angeles Rams, one of the greatest players in the NFL, and Brad Holmes tried to swing a deal to send Matthew Stafford to the Los Angeles Rams. What does this tell me? Brad Holmes, hey, he's going to do whatever he can to get the best talent for this football team. He tried to get Aaron Donald. When they drafted him, he was the leading force behind it for the Rams. And guess what? For the Detroit Lions, he wanted to make sure to add him to the defensive line. This would have been insane to see Aaron Donald in a Honolulu blue and silver, but I can definitely see why the Rams said to the nah on this deal. Either way, you know Brad Holmes understands that we need to get better on this defensive line, and he is going to be aggressive doing so. When you're trying to get the best defensive lineman in the NFL on your team, you are aggressive. And having him on the Lions D-line would have done so. So what this means to me is look out for the Detroit Lions in the NFL draft. We're going to get some defensive linemen and maybe in free agency as well, as he understands this. I don't know what else we would have got if we would have traded Matthew Stafford to the Rams, if it would have just been player v. player here, and we wouldn't have gotten first-round draft picks. I'm not sure, but it would have been awesome to see Donald on that field. With that said, I'm still happy that we got the first-round draft picks, the double of those, because those are really going to make your team better for years to come. Aaron Donald would have been an immediate impact player day one, and it would have been awesome to see, but I'm still happy what we got here. It would have been nice, though, to see him in Detroit. But huge shout out to Brad Holmes for trying the best that he could to get the man to be on our Detroit Lions football team. Who knows, maybe even they tried to get other players from the Los Angeles Rams. Maybe we'll find out in the future. Could have been like a Cooper Kupp or a Jalen Ramsey. Who knows? Brad Holmes, though, he's an aggressive and he's going for talent, whether teams like it or not, and I love it. Folks, in the upcoming videos, we got the live One Pride podcast on my channel at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, a fun show. We do the live mailbag segment. You guys ask us questions, and we'll do the best we can to give you answers. Also, on Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, we got Spiked Kool-Aid hosted by the Gridiron Blitz. I'm on there. It's a great time. It's a little heated, but that's what it's required to need to be a Detroit Lions fan. Make sure you join. And on Wednesday, we got Necessary Roughness on Travis Troxell's channel at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. It's a humorous comedy show. It's hilarious. It's funny. Check out the first one we did the other day. You will love it. Make sure you were there. It's a fun time.